The Dirty Dojo. I'm Sifu Z, and that over there is
Sifu Chad.
that's Sifu Chad over there. And we also have our senior student Justin on board. He will be running the show in the chat. So, Justin, if anybody comes in that isn't here to train, then I suspect you can put them on. I think what you do is you hit their name icon and you hit hide user or hide that person, and that will get rid of them. All right, without further, no, I'm not even going to say that. I hate that. I hate when I hear stuff like that. This is not the 1930s. If you're new to this is a the Dirty Dojo is a live stream that we do here every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it is a live stream in regards to martial art influenced exercise. Uh, I myself am a Wing Chun instructor, and I've also done a bunch of jujitsu, also known as grappling. So a lot of what I'm um, doing on this stream is influenced by Wing Chun and Jiu Jitsu, and also a life time of being a fitness instructor. So there you have it. Now, the only thing you need to be a dirty dojo practitioner is a sandbag. That's double bagged with sand full of play sand. Don't use beach sand or you're going to get staph. And also, this is a drinking show, so be sure to bring your water and drink plenty of water. Salute. Now, we're going to do roughly a half-hour session here, and then the next half hour or so we will be doing over at patreon.com/cfuz. So if you'd like to join us over there, join any tier on the Patreon and you'll get access to our live private session. So what do we do with the sandbag? Well, the sandbag can be used for lifting, right? You can use it in place of like a weight. You can do all kinds of exercises with your sandbag. So when if you don't have a sandbag and you're making one, you might want to make one in regards to what you feel comfortable lifting. There's all kinds of things you can do with your sandbag that you can't even do with a weight like a dumbbell. So what we do, this is from our Wing Chun training. We do hand training, wrist, elbow. If you have it hanging, you can even do sort of like little shrugs of that nature. But I don't have a tree right next to me, so we're just going to hold it with one hand and strike it with the other. Now, when we strike it, we're just striking it lightly. It's a slow, gradual progression that we're trying to accomplish here. We don't want to injure our hands. We're not looking to even really callous the hands. That's kind of the stuff you see in the movies or on the internet. So this is just a nice mellow, striking. And strike with your fingers, with the edge with the other side. Don't keep your thumb out, that'll probably hurt. And again, the wrist holding it. You can even do the elbow, both a side elbow and a drop elbow. And we do this for approximately 10 minutes. Now, like I said, you could actually get 2 of these and hang one at face level and one at sternum level on a tree or a pole or a post, and then you can practice your punching combinations. I like this one too, holding it here, especially for somebody trying to do a takedown. Poof. A nice little. Oh, and it's Sifu Chad's birthday today, so everybody wish Sifu Chad a happy birthday.
Thank you.
He
Thank you very
is
much.
he's I think you're older than I am now, right? Something like
Yeah, since I'm no longer half of 88, uh, let's just say I'm much older now. Yeah.
much older. Luckily, there's only two there are 2 points in the aging process that or 2 points in your life where aging happens. And I just happen to be at the age where I'm now in my second stage of the aging process. And boy, do I feel it. Oh boy, I feel. But I just wait.
I know I'm only in the first stage right now.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
nearing
right.
the end of the first stage, and I'm like approaching the second. I think you're approaching your third stage, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll tell you something. I will say at my age and feeling that process, feeling it isn't really so bad. Feeling the aging process happening, that's not so bad. The
Yeah.
sucky part is seeing it.
Man, with that clean shaven face, I mean, you don't look a day over 40.
That's still old, so that doesn't mean anything. That's 40 is still old.
I
You know,
failed.
when I was 40s and 50s, guys would say, "You don't look a day over 30." I'm like, "That's old. That's old. 30 is old. What are you talking about?" That's not a compliment. Uh, so
You look 21.
no, yeah, thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take 21. Although I'm glad I'm not as dumb as I was when I was 21. That's for sure.
Amen.
Yeah, it's sort of karma like because I've been withdrawn from the dating scene for a very long time now.
Me too.
And one of the things that was really upsetting me was that all the women, even half my age, well, maybe not half, but you know, even women that were much younger than me, had like were all kind of looked like turtles. They had the wrinkly skin around the neck. Now I'm getting the wrinkly skin around the neck. I'm like, oh
Oh,
man,
oh,
man. Like I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'll turn my neck and I go, oh, come on.
tortoise. Tortoise.
Yeah, the tortoise. The tortoise look. Um, when we go over to Patreon, we're going to go through the whole system. We're going to do all 3
Oh,
forms
okay.
and maybe the mukjung. We're not going to do the bark jam do or the pole form But yeah, just to let you guys know what we're going to be doing over on Patreon after this. If you have any questions regarding this style of training, if you have any questions, especially regarding Wing Chun training, you can leave it in the comments down below, or you can leave it in the chat down below. And if you're watching the archived version of this, you can leave your questions down in the comments down below. All right, have we made it? Yes, we are at the 10-minute mark. There we go. Let's do. We're going to go into Kimi Ma. I'll show you guys real quick what our Kimi Ma is, and then we're going to work on some wrist rotation, fist rotations. So Kimi Ma and Nim Lick, they're sort of associated with one another. Nim Lick means to pull up, is pulling up through the groin and anus area. Yeah, you like that fancy foreign language there. The anus.
And in yoga, it's also known as the molobanda.
Oh man, that's even more uh
Yeah.
exotic, let's say.
Yeah.
Eh, so the Kimima is one of the most important parts of our training, and one of the most important things in practically all martial arts. I have noticed, especially these days on the YouTube, how much Kimi Ma is used in grappling and wrestling, uh, in boxing. It's just quite incredible how much I see it these days. I say these days because I haven't seen it a lot previously, but I think a lot, thanks to the internet, a lot of the information is out there and is being vetted by martial artists all around the world. And I've always said this about Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a synthesis of everything that came before, which is pretty much everything. Every martial art pretty much came before Wing Chun. Wing Chun's only 300 to 400 years old. So Wing Chun sort of took everything that worked and codified it and created a system with it. You may say, well, Wing Chun doesn't have grappling. Actually, it does, but that's another story. Uh, Boxer Rebellion. I'll just shortcut it by saying Boxer Rebellion. But what is it's known as Chinna. So the grappling portion of Wing Chun would be known as Chinna. In fact, grappling or jujitsu is directly from Chinese Chinna. Now, let's get into this Kimima. We stand at attention, everything tight, everything pulled in. We grab as if we have two big sandbags at our side. We pull it up and get down with our knees. If Sifu Chad would go give us a side view, that'll probably help you guys a lot. And then we throw the sandbags out, heel, toe, and heel. So now our knees are pointing in, our toes are pointing in. If you look down at your knees should be covering your big toe. All right. And then we open the palms up. He and Sao. He and Sao means circling hand. Now, don't worry too much about that if you haven't done this before. I'll give you one more chance to see it. We cross left, come up, collar choke. Now right over left, come up and collar choke. That's the big hint that Wing Chun does grappling. All right. So now we're going to start with the left side, fist out, and we're going to rotate. So first we're going to come in, rotate around as far as you can, and snap it back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, fist at nose level, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Keep the arm nice and straight. 22, 23, 24, 25. Keep the fist center. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and bring it in. Now the right side out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, straight arm. 14, snap it hard. 15, I forget what we're at. 15, right? All right. Well, 15 is good enough. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and bring it in. Now, both of them at the same time. I'll have Sifu Chad count these out so I can talk and not lose count.
All right. And rotate. Snap. 1, 2,
Now, pretend you're
3,
breaking spaghetti here.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Straight arm.
10, 11,
Keep the fists as close
12,
together as possible without touching.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Really snap. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Tight fists. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Santa Claus.
And bring it in. Left to the right. Release the hands. And release the body. Now, I always like to show what the martial application of the exercise is. I call this martial influenced exercise, martial art influenced exercise, because all the exercise have an actual function. Now, with this, I won't go into the vertical fist and how we use the vertical fist here, but I will go into how this snap is used. Now, of course, the obvious, if you get a finger, you could snap it, right? You get the finger, you get snap. That's, however, that kind of goes against Sifu's laws, which is no punch, no grab. But you could do it. You're allowed to break my laws. It's okay. What this is really wonderful for, I want you to check out this bone right here. This little bone right here.
The clavicle, collarbone, clavicle.
Yes, that collarbone right there. If you just tap it, feel how sensitive that is,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't take very much effort at all to hurt that, nor does it take very much effort to break that. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to say train at your own risk. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Now, it does not take any effort at all. However, having that ability to snap the fist comes in real handy if you want to affect that clavicle, that bone right there. Yes. And it could even be done in the midst of keeping someone at bay and just simply
Mm,
snapping.
mm.
The beauty about that is for martial art, for self-defense reasons, one of the problems with self-defense and fighting these days is anyone that sees, like if you're dealing with a confrontation and someone sees you hitting someone, they don't necessarily know who started it, who was in the right, who was in the wrong. I just had a situation like that yesterday where I was being confronted by a gang. However, anyone coming in would not have known who the good guy or the bad guy is. In fact, there's a group of people, mob rules, right? So, and in fact, when the police came, they were all saying, "Oh, he did it. It's his fault. He started it." Right? So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Um, Sifu chat. I'm going to hook up my battery here so we don't run out. Would you take everyone through the kicks?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, and I'll join you I have to just hook up my my electric real quick.
Three sets each side, like the
Yep.
usual.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. So just as we got into our Kimi mod earlier, we're gonna do the same thing. So get into your standing position, knees slightly bent, tight, pulling up from the groin. Right, getting things nice and tense. Or pick it up, push it down, heel toe heel. Right, toes inside, and inside like there. All right, so with the kicks, you're going to have most of your weight on your back foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our left foot forward, but shift our weight to our right foot before we put our left foot forward. Because people do a common thing like this, and then it looks weird. So right, we go to our weight, back foot. Our hips are aligned, and we're going to go an inside kick, an outside kick, and a standing kick. And we're going to be leading with our heels just as we would lead with a palm, right? But with our heels. So, and inside, outside, center, one, in, out, center, two, in, out, center, three, in, out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our heel wants to end up on the same point on the ground. So if you're looking at the ground, right, left side, you want your heel, inside heel, outside heel, and center heel to hit the same point on the ground, so to speak. We're not kicking the ground, but point the trajectory with your line of sight, right? So, and in, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Left side out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Fist back. 4, 3, 2, 1. And always a nice tight back fist as well. Try to bring it back as much as you can. And right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center. All right, last set, left and right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Right side. And our last set of kicks. Let's finish strong, eh? And in, out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Center. Left to right close. Release the hands and the body.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. What do we have in the comment section here? We have, is this the res? Don't know what you're talking about there, MP. Aja Walker, long time no see. Happy New Year. Aloha to you and Happy New Year. Welcome.
In here.
Uh, all right. That's our short little session today. Sometimes we go a little longer, but normally we don't go any less than a half hour. 20 minutes to a half hour is a nice little session. And but before I leave, let me show you again what the application to that sort of exercise would be. Now, the kick should be at knee level or lower. It's okay. A little lower is fine, but not above knee level. For the inside kick, you could consider that kicking. When I say inside, I mean cantered this way, toe cantered this way, to the outside knee. When it's cantered this way, to the inside knee. Great for takedowns. And my favorite is kicking right here. That usually will disable someone pretty quickly, especially if you get a nice hard stomp, right?
Yeah, it's
And
like
then,
I always think like it's like a kneecap shatterer, you know? It's just like pack.
and then we have the forward kick, which can be used to stop a leg forward. Could you be used to hyperextend that front kick? Um, you can also now, if you, I must say, the kick. I said the kick doesn't go above the knee. However, that front kick is my favorite, what I call a stop kick. It's also known as a stomp kick. I refer to it as a stop kick. I have used it practically every self-defense scenario I've ever been in. Practically all of them. I don't really recall any time I didn't use that because it stops the person from getting within arm's reach from you. Now, if they've got extraordinarily long arms, then all bets are off. Okay. Don't mess with people with extraordinarily long arms. But typically people's arms aren't as long as the legs. And so that's what we have going on here is we stop them and then that allows us to maintain that space. It also can stop them and allow you to prepare for an upper body response. So that way, yes, yes. something you can sort of prepare or cover before you respond with the arms. Okay. Knowing China, knowing jujitsu or China is vital if you're going to use the stop kick, because
Right.
what the stop kick begs is somebody grabbing your leg or foot or arm, somebody
Yeah.
grabbing that.
Yeah.
And I
It's a nice
always
bait.
have, yeah, I'm sorry, say again.
It's a nice bait, or it can be a nice bait.
That's right, but don't,
Yeah.
you're getting slightly ahead of me. The
That's all right.
I pair those. I pair the stop kick and my response to my leg being grabbed like peanut butter and jelly, almond butter and jelly. Okay. And I won't go into it. However, I'll just say always pair your stop kick with a triangle, right? With a triangle choke. So again, I won't go into a triangle choke here and now, but you could look up triangle chokes on the internet. There's probably millions of videos on how to do a proper triangle. Not all of them. Let me say this though about the videos regarding triangles. I was taught jujitsu by some of the great some of the greatest jujitsu players in the world, the Gracie family in Hawaii, and also a guy out here that is just an incredible practitioner. And they really gave me the details of a triangle choke that honestly I have not seen on the internet to this day. Just the little tweaks that guarantee that triangle. And so, with you guys over on Patreon, we won't go into it today, but if you remind me, I can go into some of those details, especially if I have somebody to work with. It's kind of hard to go over those details without having without having another person to refer to. And thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so already, give us a sub, would you? We're trying to get to 1,000. You believe we don't have 1,000 yet? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're
We
trying to
need
get
one.
to 1,000 subscribers, so that way we make the big money, baby. No, not really, but the
You're now
1,000
eligible
subscribe.
for $20.
1,000 subscribers gives us a bit more functionality, or so I'm told,
Yeah.
here on YouTube. All right. Now, for you guys, let's meet over on the Patreon, and all of you visiting. Good to see you. Happy New Year. And I will look forward to training with you guys next week. Again, Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Aloha. I'll see you guys over there.